Alright, today we're going to take a look at the progress with my shader. Um, Before, what I was doing is I had a pixel, I put the pixel on the camera, and then I had a Toon shader. But as you can see, um, I don't have a Toon shader on the characters anymore. It's just a normal diffuse shader. Um, And the reason for that is because I'm handling all of the cell shading um, globally. So we'll take a look at that now. So if I put the pixel on, it's now pixelated, but you can see that the shading is still very smooth. Even on her model, zoomed in, you can see that it's still very smooth. Spaces between, and it's not quite the look that we're going for. So I now have this screen effect shader, or render effect shader, and I can go through and show you what it does. So if we put the amount all the way through with the blending, we have things like being able to kind of lift the image up a bit, as you can see. We can change the saturation and make it completely black and white. We can add a tint to it. So if we want the whole thing to be green, we can change the saturation down and now the whole thing is green. But I can also then add stepping on the shading globally. And so we get these really nice effects where I can lift just a little bit, add a little bit of a tint, and now we get that nice pixelated look that I had originally with a little bit more control. I can bump this up even more so if I want to get like a Game Boy kind of effect and just push the stepping and then lift it. But all of the bloom is still there. All of the lighting effects are still there. And we can also blend it with the regular. So that's normal, blended. And so doing it this way, actually, it's nicer because I can have this be different per scene. So for example, in a low lit area like this, I can have the step amount be a little bit less. Let's do about 20. And get some nice effects on close-up lights, and it's very, the lighting is very stepped. But if I go to brighter areas or want a little bit more control, I can change it as I see fit. I can boost stuff a little bit. And yeah, just overall, this is a much nicer system. It makes everything a little bit easier, and now my shaders don't have to be completely dependent on some crazy Toon shader mixing with multiple other shaders. I can just kind of use standard shaders for my materials and just add this cell shading effect after the fact, and it really gets the effects I'm looking for, and I think it looks pretty good.